It's football season, and you can now get almost anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a running back delivered, but you can get baby back ribs delivered. A strong defense? That's a no. But strong deodorant? That's a yes. A six-pack of abs? Definitely no. But a six-pack of beer? Uber Eats can get you that. There you have it. Get almost anything for game day delivered with Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
Super quick question. How many tabs do you have open right now? If you're like me, it's dozens. And if you're running a business, it's a lot more. And with all those tabs, you're spending more time searching and less time, growing your business. But HubSpot's customer platform brings all your tools into a single, powerful place for marketing, sales, and service teams. So close those tabs and get growing. Visit HubSpot.com to get started today.
When you look back at Tyrone and how he played yesterday, do you see anything that says, yeah, this guy was not always a running back? I can see that now. And he said he knew there were legitimate questions about his ability to run inside zone and things like that. Some guys run away from that. He said, no, I get it because I was a receiver and I had to work on it. Do you see like maybe the fruits of the labor from that work?
Yeah, I'll just speak from since he's been here when we drafted him and rookie minicamp, OTAs, training camp. He's a smart player. I think Joel Thomas has done a really good job with him. As much time on task as you can get for any player, particularly a young player. I think you improve at it. He's improved since he's been here. He played well yesterday, but the 10 guys around him played well too. There was good holes. He did a good job of pressing the line of scrimmage and making decisive cuts, putting his foot in the ground on that third and 1.5 to make a big play there. But he's done a nice job for us, Paul, since he's been here, of just continually improving, which is what we want all our players to do.
And one more, just to piggyback off that, you mentioned the 10 guys around him. Did you, the numbers against Dallas in the run game were bad. What was your tact with the offensive line? Do you challenge them on that? Do you throw that number in their face? Because obviously the number yesterday was a number you can live with, every week.
Yeah, I mean, look, it takes all 11 people to be successful offensively. Execution on the offensive side of the ball is, obviously at a premium. So you can have 10 people doing it right and one guy getting beat or, maybe not on the same page and you have a breakdown. But, yesterday, look, they don't need all that, Paul. They just, they need the truth in terms of here are the plays that we ran. Here were the breakdowns. This is what we need to improve on. It's, whether it was perimeter blocking or, inline blocking, running back reads, all those type of things. And you try to get better. One week has really nothing to do with the next week. So we just went to work and identified some things that we wanted to try to get to and, work on at practice. And the guys did a good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dan Duggan.
Hey, just to kind of follow up on what Paul asked, when you have an offensive line, particularly in pass protection, that's been consistently, playing well consistently all season, how does that impact pretty much everything else? Like as far as for Daniel, for you as a play caller, and the rest of the offense.
Significantly. It starts up front. Those 5 guys seeing the game through the same set of eyes. Without those guys, you're not getting, plays downfield or an efficient passing game and pass protection or the screen game. And, same thing with the run game. That's where it starts. But you need everybody on offense doing their job. But again, I've said this before. It's a veteran group. They mesh well together. They meet a lot. They're smart. If they make a mistake on something, usually by the next play or the next game, it's corrected. They know how to, handle themselves in the classroom to get ready for a game. And then, the communication part of it during the game is important. And I'll lean on those guys, just like I asked some of the receivers about routes and things like that. I'll go to those guys once the game gets into a flow and ask them, what do they want to block? Sometimes it's outside, sometimes it's inside, sometimes it's pin and pull, sometimes it's gap. But they got a pretty good feel, and they're good communicators. they're a good group to work with.
And just another one, you mentioned the screen game. Why do you think that has become so effective, and how much does that add to, the offense?
Yeah, it's just another element. You as many elements as you can have offensively. I think it puts stress on a defense, whether that's the RPO game, the quarterback run game, inside, outside, play action game, screen game. You want to try to be as multiple as you can to attack different things defensively. But it's been look, they're not going to always hit, but that helps pass rush. It can keep you on track at times. Obviously, it was a big, back-to-back screens there we had were huge to start the game, particularly the way it started, where we went backwards. But yeah, it's just one part of the offense. Sometimes we use it more, sometimes less, but I think the more things you can do well to attack a defense, to make them play honest, to have them defend the whole, the field, whether it's the width of the field or the vertical part of the field, it's certainly important.
Thanks.
Yep.
Jordan Renan.
Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Jordan.
You obviously mentioned Tyrone Tracy played well. How fair is it to suggest that he'll earn himself more playing time with the way he performed, given the bigger role?
Yeah, I think, look, for any of those guys that played that didn't maybe have as much playing time, their job is to go out there and compete and play at a high level, and that's what we expect. We've talked about that, I think, last week leading up to the game. If certain people can't play, that next man up mentality. So, again, we'll do what we need to do each week, but he had a nice game.
Would you be more apt to maybe, splitting the time between him and Singletary when Devin does come back, or Motor does come back?
Yeah, I think we just take it day by day, week by week, see what we're doing and what the game plan is for the opponent that we're about to play. But we expect all our players to be ready and perform when their number's called.
And do you have where are you at with Malik? I guess he can't officially clear it until he gets out for a practice. That would be a step.
Yeah, we got back, as I'm sure you did, pretty early. So again, I'll meet with the doctors after we have our team meeting. We'll see where we're at.
Do you expect him on the field Wednesday in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I got to talk to the medical staff here, see where we're at.
Tom Canavan.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Hey, Tom.
Were there any other injuries out of yesterday's game? I didn't seem to see any.
Yeah, I got to talk to our staff. We'll have our meeting here after our team meeting and kind of see where everybody's at.
Okay. The other question I had is the defense had played exceptionally well, but then when it came to the end of the halves, it seemed like Seattle was making plays. I mean, the late field goal at the end of the first half, the 95-yard touchdown at the end of the second, and then the 32-yard run. Did you guys change things up, or what happened?
No, I mean, they made a couple nice plays. With one play where we were tight on coverage, we got a penalty, but they caught it. And, another kind of screen there that hit. And again, I thought our guys did a good job. Obviously, there's certain things that we need to tighten up really in all three phases. But nothing in particular.
Okay, one final question I have is: you look at the record; it's 2-3. I mean, you probably should have beat Washington. You gave Dallas a pretty good game. Are you sitting there telling the guys, hey, we have a shot this year?
Yeah, our focus is on what we need to do each week. So, put everything you got into it, which our coaches, our players have done each week. And we'll have a big challenge ahead of us this week.
Thank you.
Yep.
Last one, Brian Dunleavy.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Ron.
2 for you. Anything you make of being your 3 best games so far, maybe coming on the road, and the idea of maybe the team galvanizing that? Obviously, when you guys have played at home, the crowd's been a little more hostile. Anything to this team owning their road identity?
I think it's just playing well. I mean, that's, making the plays when they come our way. So, again, that was about as hostile an environment as you can be in. What I'm proud of is, not to have false starts and pre-snap penalties offensively. We worked hard at that throughout the week, and our focus has been high. It's been high every week. Don't always get the results you want, but we playing well is the most important thing.
And then my last one is kind of a two-parter. What did you make last week of Jerome Henderson? You've known him for a long time, his coaching style, kind of challenging Deontay Banks publicly. What did you make of that? And then what did you make of the way Deontay responded in that game?
Yeah, Jerome's a good football coach. He's been doing this for a long time. Player in the league and coach. I think he has a good relationship with all his players. I thought Tay did some good things yesterday. Again, there's plenty of things that we can all clean up, but it was a good step, to get that ball out there, a DK after they were driving down on a big play, and get his hands on some balls to break them up. I thought a tough challenge there against DK the entire game, but young players still will keep on improving them.
Do you think we're crazy to correlate the two, or that's a coincidence he had a big game after that happened,
Yeah.
or
I mean,
is there something to it?
Yeah, I don't want to speak for you guys, so whatever you think. But again, Tay's in a good spot. He keeps working hard. We're going to need to keep improving all of our young players that have played.
What's up, everybody? This is Peter Schrager from Good Morning Football and The Season with Peter Schrager. And guess what? It's football season. And you can now get almost anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, can't get a running back delivered, but you can get baby back ribs delivered. Strong defense? No. But a strong deodorant? Yes. A six-pack of abs? That's absolutely not. No. But a six-pack of beer? Uber Eats can get you that. There you have it. Get almost anything for game day delivered with Uber Eats. It's the official on-demand delivery partner for the NFL. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See that app for details.
You go into your shower feeling, but as soon as you reach for the Irish Spring, your day immediately gets better. That crisp, fresh, unmistakable Irish Spring scent zings your brain and awakens your senses. So when you finally emerge from the shower, 37 minutes later, because you pay the water bill so you can stay in there as long as you want, you're ready to take on the day. And smell great doing it. Irish Spring Body Wash and Bar Soap. Fresh, green, Irish. Shop now at Walmart.